Kratos may be a fictional character in video games, but he's also based on literary works from ancient Greek mythology, and his name means power. Let's have a look at the evolution of God of War. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. God of War is set in an alternate version of ancient Greece populated by the Olympian gods, Titans, and other Greek mythological beings. There are 6 locations explored, including fictional versions of real-world Aegean Sea and Athens, and fictional locations of the Deserts of Lost Souls, the Temple of Pandora, the Underworld, and a brief scene of Mount Olympus. Kratos' main weapon is the Blades of Chaos, a pair of chained blades that were fashioned by the god of war, Ares. Ares had the blades made for a servant who would prove worthy of being in his service. The blades were the first pair of chained blades that Kratos used in the God of War series. The first installment of the series was released in 2005 for PlayStation 2. Like its predecessor, God of War 2 is set in an alternate version of ancient Greece, published for PlayStation 2 in 2007. There are several locations to be explored, including a real-world setting in the ancient city of Rhodes, and several fictional locations, including a brief scene in the Underworld. Kratos' main weapons still are the chained blades, but there are also the Barbarian Hammer, Spear of Destiny, and Blades of Olympus. In God of War 3, Kratos, Gaia, and the other Titans ascend Mount Olympus to destroy the Olympian gods. Poseidon launches an assault against them, but is killed by Kratos and Gaia. His death causes the oceans to flood Greece. They try to attack Zeus at Olympus' peak, but he drives them back and knocks them off the mountain. As Gaia clings to the mountainside, she refuses to save Kratos, calling him upon for the Titans' revenge. Kratos falls into the river Styx, where he loses the Blades of Olympus before the souls of the Underworld weaken him and ruin the Blades of Athena. Weapons from previous games are still present, but we also see new ones such as Blades of Exile, Claws of Hades, Immune Cestus, and Nemesis Whip. The game debuted in 2010 for PlayStation 3, with a remastered version for PlayStation 4. God of War Ascension was released for PlayStation 3 in 2013. It begins with Kratos, who is imprisoned and tormented by the Furies for breaking his blood oath to Ares. The Fury Megara tortures Kratos, but he manages to break free, chasing her through the prison. He discovers that the prison itself is Aegeon, the Hecaton Shears, the first traitor of the Furies, who had broken a blood oath to Zeus. While the first games were loosely based on Greek mythology, God of War 2018 is loosely inspired by Norse mythology, taking place several decades after God of War 3. 6 of the 9 realms of Norse mythology can be explored, predating the Vikings. Most of the game takes place in ancient Scandinavia, in the realm of Midgard, which is inhabited by humans and other creatures. It is the same realm in which the Greek world exists. Also shifting from the previous games, Kratos' main weapon is the Leviathan axe, given to Kratos by his second wife Faye. It was originally her axe, until her death when she decided to give it to him. It was crafted by the 2 dwarfs, Rock and Sindri. Although the Blades of Chaos are also present, we were introduced to the Guardian Shield, a retractable shield that let us use some neat tricks. The game presents a new perspective with the over-the-shoulder camera. The game was published in 2018 for PlayStation 4, and for the first time, God of War is coming to PC, releasing January 14, 2022. The upcoming God of War Ragnarok takes place 3 years after events of the previous game. Winter is drawing to a close, and it's prophesied that Ragnarok will begin once it comes to an end. And now teenage Atreus, still reeling from the revelations of the previous game, seeks answers about his identity as Loki, as well as a way to prevent Ragnarok from happening. To uncover the truth, Kratos and Atreus set out to find answers, searching for the giant Norse god of war Tyr, who was previously believed to be dead. While traversing the 9 realms, the duo must face new threats, including Thor, the enraged god of thunder, and Freya, their former friend and ally, both seeking vengeance following the deaths of their respective sons by Kratos' hands. The game will release in 2022 for PlayStation 4 and 5, and we may see it someday for PC. Are you also hyped for the upcoming God of War Ragnarok? which has been your favorite title so far. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and for more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. That's all, and thanks for watching.